Good morning. I'm on my way out of Tucumcari to Santa Rosa, New Mexico. Yeah, the Tucumcari stay was actually pretty great. Upsides and downsides. The downside was that the air conditioning unit at the Blue Swallow Motel was extremely loud, so I had to turn it off late at night, but that was fine because it wasn't too hot by then. The upside was best shower I think I've ever showered in by a margin. Oh my lord. It was really powerful, really warm. Ugh, can't beat it. Beats most of the hotels with their, flimsy little streams of water that can't quite get the soap out of your hair. Yep, so this morning I'm off to Santa Rosa and then Albuquerque, where I'm going to meet up with my parents who've flown down here to say hello. We're going to go see some things in Albuquerque. Then from there, over the next couple days, going to head along Route 66 and then north to the Grand Canyon. Look up ahead. Climate's changing. I think we're entering the desert. Welcome to the Blue Hole of Santa Rosa. This is only 60 feet wide, 81 feet deep, and actually attaches to an extremely deep cave system. Let's take a look. So it's a little windy, and I don't know how audio is going to be on the camera, but I'll try. And welcome to Santa Rosa. The bubbles come from divers. Look at that. Here's hoping it's not too cold. Woo! Yeah, she's pretty chilly without a wetsuit. Safely back on 66, heading toward Albuquerque. The Blue Hole was a really interesting, very cold and shocking experience, but I can see why folks gather there during the summer. When all this 100-degree heat rolls through, it has to be really nice to get in there and cool off. Just look at that landscape. Imagine moving out here as a pioneer. Bleak. Desert. There's Albuquerque, huge and flat, down in the desert. Look, it's Transformers Iron Man. Downtown Albuquerque. Isn't this pleasant? All right, and these are my parents. So, yep, decided to come meet them in Albuquerque.
Right on.
This is the San Felipe Daenery Church, which has been continuously operating since 1706 as the Catholic Mother Church of Albuquerque. First, the omnipresent gift shop. And here it is. San Felipe Daenery. This church was built in the 1790s after the original one collapsed. It is one of the oldest functioning Catholic churches in the nation. A lot of this was added, though, in the 20th century as part of renovations to bring it up to the modern age, especially with Vatican II. Turns out the walls are built of adobe and are 5 feet thick. Look at the inset for those windows. That's a heck of a wall for a little church.
A lot of the marble here is actually just painted to look that way. Most of it is constructed out of wood. Yeah, I certainly prefer Sacred Heart Jesus over the bleeding one in the other room. Preparing the feast of donuts. Alright, Piedras Marcadas Canyon. It's going to be the trail we take into Petroglyph National Monument. Look at this. All sand and scrub brush and jagged black rocks. Imagine being the Pueblo living out here. Very foreboding landscape. Starting to see our first petroglyphs. Look at that.
Oh, there's some over here too.
Just a few of them hanging out further up the cliff. It's amazing they've survived this long. I know. Gotta make sure we get pictures of every single one. The beautiful green Albuquerque, and then just these foreboding rocky mesas. Well, I mean, there's a big one.
Oh, there you go.
Hold on, get your picture. You got this.
You betcha.
Oh, there you go. Line it up, set your exposure.
You're using this high-tech camera.
Look at that.
There must have been aliens.
Yeah, right? If I were an alien, I know that I would come down onto this planet full of primitive folks, and I would just like make some swirls and some crops, stack a few rocks up, and watch them go ballistic, figuring out what I was trying to do.
Figure it out.
Yep. a lot of them right there. And like that's a whole wall of them over there. Starting to get pretty intense here. Can you imagine these people just like leaping up among these rocks, thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna go scratch something into the surface here."
I wonder how hard it is to scratch it in there.
That's a good question. Like, look at this. It's a hand. Right there.
Oh, yep. A little hand.
Yeah. I don't know. Not too much smaller than mine. Could have been me. Oh my lord! A real life roadrunner.
Wait, stop.
He's hiding right behind that bush. There he is. There's a deer. I don't know how well it shows up on camera. Yeah. Elk or deer or something with antlers. Take a picture.
What?
Take a picture. You know you want to.
No. I haven't taken a picture in a
Do
while.
it. That one looks kind of like a cat with its tail in the air over there on the right.
One's a bird, right? Looks like a bird, maybe.
It could be.
And it looks like a person reaching out, maybe. I don't know.
Hard to say.
It's, interpretation.
Yeah, it's interpretation. It would not be appropriate to interpret.
That looks like an elephant.
There were a lot of elephants around in 1300.
Yeah, I mean, you have to wonder, like, what does that mean? Because obviously it's simple enough that it has some symbolic meaning to it, but what?
What?
But what? This is like all the anthropomorphic ones. There's a face over there, a bunch of faces here, guy dancing up there, guy dancing right there. Whatever this area was had a lot to do with people. Yep, tons of people and faces. I bet where we're standing right now was important in some way. So this is the place. Maybe it's just because you can see between those mesas, you can just see into the valley.
Oh, that's true. Maybe.
Just a little window in there.
Yeah.
It's a bunny. So now we've seen the Roadrunner. And we've seen Bugs Bunny. Haven't seen any ducks or coyotes yet. But we are getting the entire Looney Tunes assemblage. There's a bunch of really faded ones right here.
Hard to tell what, though. A little bit there.
It's like something feathery or like a cloak, maybe. I don't know. Oh, yeah. They are right by the trail here. And here she is, the Madonna of the trail. Hail to the pioneer mothers of the covered wagon days. After how long I've been on the road, this is a pretty meaningful thing to see.